Good morning, traders. Welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Monday, the 5th of June. Here you can see I've got those tables in front of me, and the Canadian dollar seems to be the one that's topping the tables as the strongest currency at the moment. Now, this is going to be quite interesting because we do have some Bank of Canada data this week. The Bank of Canada expected to hold interest rates. However, we have seen some growth in the Canadian economy, and many analysts are thinking we might get a shock move here. So maybe they're pricing in a bit of a move for the Bank of Canada, and that's why we're seeing this sudden sort of strength in this currency. And it's looking to be paired against the likes of yen and euro. I've got EURCAD on the screen here, but I've also taken a look at CAD Swiss. It is topping our day traders table today. That's shown us that the momentum is potentially with this currency pair at the moment. So I always like to look at the top of the day traders for a opportunity, and CAD Swiss is topping those. So I want to take a look at that one as well. I have looked around. There is a little bit of pound weakness coming in as well, but it's not featured on the tables here just yet. But I'll go and show you a currency pair where pound is showing that weakness. So let's kick it off with EURCAD. We've already talked about EURCAD sort of last week. We like the idea of price after it broke down through the one spot 46.50 and then down through these lows around about the one spot 45.20. We like the idea of price continuing its way down towards the one spot 42.50, which were these lows that formed back in February of 2023 and January of 2023. I like this move as well because price is approaching the daily 200 moving average, and often when you can get a pullback in these markets, so let's say down here at this major support point, price came and targeted that 200 moving average before having a short-term bounce and then seeing a break through it. So are we going to see something fairly similar here? Is price going to come all the way down, touch that 200 moving average, use that 200 moving average as targets, and then bounce from there? So I quite like the idea of EURCAD downside. Now, if I just go into our lower time frames, I'm still waiting for some kind of retracement phase. However, we may not get it, but I do like the idea of two opportunities. So the first is going to be if price just consolidates here and we get a breakout and continuation move, then that's going to be more suited towards our day traders targeting that key level below. If, however, we did see a price pullback here, we've got a couple of areas that could be suited for a short. We've got this area just through here, which is the one spot 44.75. You can see these lows that are just coming into play there, or back at that range low. We already did get a retest where we did say look for the retest short, and if you did short that move, you are well up on this currency move at the moment, or this currency pair at the moment. You're about 130 pips to the good. So I want to see if price can maybe pull back into that one spot 45.25 area and see if we can get another short. That's more suited towards both the day traders and the trend traders there. Whether we get that pullback or not is a different sort of question there. We have to just wait and see. We might have to be looking at our lower time frames, looking for some strategy setups to see if we can get that continuation to the downside. So sort of the opposite to EURCAD, another market that I really like actually is CAD Swiss. So if I just bring in CAD Swiss, like I said, at top in those day traders tables, telling me that this is definitely a market we should be focusing our attention on. If I just zoom out a little bit and just bring in a little bit more of the charts, you can see that price is approaching a key level of resistance, which is the 0 spot 68 handle. It formed with these highs back in April and March. We also had these lows back in January and November of last year. So significant level that price is approaching at the moment, and we're not quite there yet. So I'm looking to see if price will continue to move higher. Again, if we look at the sort of higher opportunities. You've got the daily 200 moving average, which is higher. We've got the high of this range, which is 0.6925. So I think if price does continue higher, breaks through, then it's got the opportunity to move all the way up to that area. But again, that's quite a large move. What I would expect, because we've extended higher maybe, is a move into the 0.68, then a rejection down to the 0.67, where we may find support again. So I'm looking to see, can we just target a short-term move here? Is there anything here that's going to give us an opportunity on the short term? Now, if I go to the hourly time frame, we have this bullish channel that price is working in at the moment, so we could see some short-term pullbacks into the lows of the channel, which could then offer us a very short-term trading opportunity. I mean, I'm looking for like 27 pips here, which is a really low opportunity there. So you might want to wait for a longer term pullback, and I've highlighted the 0.67 because that's the sort of previous daily structure highs. So it might be worth waiting to see if price pull back, or even actually waiting for the reversal idea. Although I think CAD's going to strengthen, what if they hike interest rates and it's been priced in? We may hit the 0.68. CAD may flip from the strong side of the tables to the weak side of the tables. That may present us with a short-term opportunity from this level of resistance. So when we're looking at our tables, remember, we can go both long and short. What we do is just use the tables to give us the confluence of where the momentum is. And I think because we're so close to the 0.68 zone, I think we'll probably target it. I think you're going to be looking at a very tight trade there. So it's going to be a bit difficult to extend our sort of pips unless price does trade through the 0.68 level, where it opens the door up to the highs of the range there. So definitely something to consider. Just might be a little bit too early to the sort of breakout here. Probably need to just wait to see how price does react, but something may be there for the day traders. Now, looking around, like I said, pound does seem to be getting a bit weaker. We can see from the live currency strength weakness tables. If we just go down, pound was featured on Friday as a strong currency. We had the confluences there. This morning it didn't feature at the 9 AM tables, so showing us that maybe the strength in the pound is no longer there, and that's quite easy to see if we go over to the likes of pound yen. Now, yen is listed as a weak currency, yet at the moment the pound is struggling against it, and we are at a key major level at the 174.50, which we've been calling out for some time now. So if price does reject here and pound actually removes itself from the trend traders of the strength side, appears on the weak side along with the day traders, then there could be an opportunity to start shorting some pound pairs here. So we'll take a look at that as well. I did just want to take a look at CAD yen. Again, CAD yen features on our tables as a confluence pair. The only problem with this one, it's at the 104.50. Now, unfortunately for us, we got stopped on this move last week, but that was our target, the 104.50. So we could have had like 150 pip trade here. Unfortunately, we got stopped out, so waiting to see if we can get another pullback here before we go long again potentially. So maybe a move back into the 103.30. But yen is weak at the moment, so we're only going to be looking for longs if we get that pullback. So we'll see what happens. I think the common denominator here is that CAD is on the strong side of the tables, but it's starting to look like we could be seeing a few pullbacks on a few pairs. My favourite pair is probably that EURCAD, but again, I would like to see some kind of pullback phase coming into this, because it would just give us a better reward to risk ratio on our opportunities. So definitely something to keep your eyes on. I'll see if there's anything else coming up as well, and I'll let you know tomorrow. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll speak to you soon.